So it's of course time to go through the brand new main box striker expansion in Duel Links, releasing on the 28th, so not too long to wait for this one. It's not directly in the month, it's a bit before that, and we were kind of expecting a big synchro themed box, and what we got is not really that. It's more of a mixed bag. We're getting of course some synchro support, Sky Strikers, TGs, Ogdoadic, we've got Dream Mirror, Gladiator Beast, Cyburst, Gouki. It's a whole big mess of archetypes, and it's looking to be a fun content box, but is it one I'm excited for? Let's find out. So first of all, we have a card trade update for Ogdoadic, basically, giving us the really powerful trap card for Snake DT. We've got the Dream Mirrors as a fusion and spoilers in the box. We've literally got 99.9% of the deck in Duel Links, aside from the counter trap, which means if they're not good now, then we've got to give them a skill, right? Then we're getting a brand new bundle, which is a bit different than usual. It's 2 copies of Widow Anchor and 30 packs of the box, which is going to be, of course, more expensive. But I think they really wanted you to play Rotor or Terraforming in Sky Striker, and so they need to give you a bundle somehow. They weren't going to give you Engage, the skill does, and so this is fine, right? It's an effect negation, it's a quick effect. If you've got 3 spellcasts in the graveyard, take control of the monster. This is really, really big for that deck, and Sky Strikers, I think, in Duel Links is going to be this control-esque deck, given that the skill is going to be giving you 3 of the 4 Sky Strikers that we can get, right? We know via the box we're getting Shizuku, we're going to be getting Kagari, Kana, and the Wind one, I think it is. Those 4 will be coming via the skill. Of course, you get Engage on deck as well, and so it's going to be interesting to see what they do with this. If they do anything in Duel Links, right, it could be like Life Twins, where they come out and they're really good, or it could be like Shadows, where they come out and they're a bit middling, a bit, less powerful than people kind of thought, but we'll see. And also, there's a bunch of skills coming, right, so many for the brand new box, which is, of course, great for content. There's 2 new legendary skills in the game that you can now obtain via drops, which is, that's kind of big. So if you are farming out for your tickets to get the gems, then you've got to do some more drop farming now, which is, I know Hagazay from Duel Links Discord is going to be very excited about that one. But let's go back to the box and see what's inside. So first of all is the random selection box import, of course, Onomatic Pyra. This feels super out of place, right? Would have preferred to be in a deck build box. They could have done something with the Galaxy Eyes one, made it permanent. That'd have been cool. But no, it's in here, and it's a good card, but you're going into a box with nothing else in it you're going to want, and so it feels really, really bad when they do this, but I get why. It makes more money. Then we've got Fusion Deployment. Now, if you've played Master or TCG, you'll know this card is being played in Branded, and it is a very powerful card. Reveal Fusion in your extra deck, then summon from your hand or deck one of the materials on the card, but you are then locked into Fusion Summoning for the rest of the turn. So you can't Link Summon, you can't Xyz Summon, which is fine, right? And I think in Duel Links, there's probably better targets, but for the moment, my first thought was, oh look, we can choose our Dark Magician for free. So that could be kind of fun, I guess, I don't know. Then we've got Ghost Morning Moon at Chill, our first real Ghost Girl, I think, in Duel Links, and this one is an effect Veiler when your opponent summons a monster. It deals burnt damage when it's destroyed. This is fine enough for the moment, but I'm not a big fan of where we're probably going, but it's kind of natural, right? So eventually we'll get Ghost Reaper and Ghost Ogre, but for the moment, Morn, I think, is perfectly fine. Then we've got TG support with limit removal, which of course is searchable via the skill, which means it's limit 3 that does remove some trap cards from the deck. The skill also adds monsters as well, which we don't know what they are, but I think it's going to be the TG7 Dawnks already, so it's not going to have the Age of Overlord support, which is a bit disappointing, but I think, give us a small taste, give more support down the line, is going to be plenty fine. But this is a very, very good card, given it is a searcher for TGs. Also, it's a recycle as well, so that is fantastic. In terms of Sherry support, we're getting Sage the Fleur in as an ultra rare, which I would have kind of liked to see as a level up card, but I guess not. Similarly, we've got the TCG version of the Horse of Flora Knights, which of course is a 1-card enabler to go into your fusion summon of your Centaur Mina, which of course is better than the one in Duel Links already. Also, we've got the other one in here as well, I believe, Spearholder as well. So some of the cards via level ups, some of them via the box. They could have just put these level ups and been fine, but given what's in the level up rewards, maybe they probably should have done. Then we've got Apocryphal Towers, which on the face of it is kind of scary because against a non-link deck, this is kind of unoutable in a way. But I think at the moment in Duel Links it's fine, right? Clears aren't doing anything, so this is going to be a once in a blue moon kind of matchup on ladder that you might not be able to out, but when you can, it is fairly easy, right? A Unicorn Bounce will do it, so it's not that bad. Then we've got Dream Mirror, more support, right? The other fusion, we've got Nero as well, and so as I was saying earlier, if we go and actually look at Dream Mirror in the card search, we're only missing the counter trap, which is a negate. So, understandable why they've not given it to us, but it does mean, down the line, there is one more card we can get. And so, hopefully, at some point, if this isn't enough for the deck to be somewhat good, then we'll get this as well. Then we've got Gouki the Blade Ogre, of course coming as well with a skill that does replace the 3 effects on Playmaker. This one's kind of cool, because I believe you contribute an opponent's monster to attack again, and so if they've got a monster in the zone it points to, you can sack that guy off, attack directly. That's going to be kind of fun. There's also another link as well. Down here we've got the, the Heal Ogre, which is also a negate from monster it points to. So is this going to change much? I'm not too sure. Gouki's are kind of that deck that comes around and goes around randomly, so we'll see. Then we've got Firewall. Now, this is probably the deck I'm most excited for from the box, because it is eventually leading on to us probably getting Dark Fluid in May by the World Championship campaign. So, this card, being able to summon back out a file from the graveyard, the skill dumps it for you, it can become pretty beefy attack point wise. Firewall Guide is triggerable via the skill, so this, but I think Lady Debug is a 1-card combo, maybe not too sure, but we'll see how Firewall does end up working. I don't think it'll be better than current Cyburst, right? I think it's just another option that will be good, but not like as amazing, so we'll see. Then we've got Ogdoadic. Now, I'm surprised they only gave us one ultra rare, but this is a graveyard-focused deck. You're sending cards to the graveyard, you're summoning cards back out from the graveyard, you're getting special summons off when special summons happen, you're getting pops off. We did get the Age of Overlord Daybreak, which Marcel doesn't have yet, which is pretty cool. You can basically sack off one of your big reptiles, make a bunch of tokens, then I guess play the effect of your reptile in the graveyard to bring them all back out. This one is a mini Zeus, which is kind of cool. They're of course getting a skill, Light and Dark. They have Snake Rain available to them, which is kind of funky in Duel Links, given you can just dump like your entire deck, and hopefully you've got enough resources to make your plays work. But they've not really done much in the TCG and Master Duel, and so maybe in Duel Links, maybe they can be good. We're only missing 2 cards from their deck, which is actually less than I was expecting. So this to me, I've not read the card, but looking at it, it feels like an eventual selection box card, right? So I wouldn't be shocked if this did come eventually down the line. Then we've got what's left, right? TG expansion. There's of course a skill for this to try and cheese this out. They want you to do it over the course of 2 turns, but we're trying to make it work on 1 turn. And this is the new interim boss they want you to summon. It's got a negate for monster effects that target this card. That's cool. It can stop battles. That's also cool. It can bring itself back out by trying to do synchros, which is that going to happen often? Maybe not, but maybe via the skill, that'll be possible. So it's a cool boss, right? But I don't think it's going to magically make Stardust decks any better. Maybe, of course, you know, we've got the Field Spell now, that's available via skill as well, which does shove cards back to the deck, and so that could be big, right? That could work out quite nicely, but I think people are hoping for a little bit more support for Stardust and for Synchrons, other than Will Synchron. It's cool we've got it, but I don't think it's going to be all that incredible, at least what people are kind of expecting. We've also got some GB support. Gladiator Beast, right? Test Panther is the link of choice here, a very good link too. Look and search out Gladiator Beast card from your deck to hand. It is a playable card at least. We've also got the Proving Ground and the Battle Manica, 2 very old cards. I think Phantom Darkness and Gladiator's Assault. These cards came out, it's like 2006, 2007. It's been a while. We got the other link too, which is not super duper great. And I wonder how much we've got left, right? Because I believe there's like Tame Editor, which could come. I think people kind of hoping was going to be coming. And I think there's 1 more. Okay, 3 more. There's Tame Editor, there's Noxious, and there's the Defense Tactics. This is really bad, so why this card isn't in the game already, I don't know. But I think people really want this card for Glad Beast to be at least somewhat okay. I think the skill is going to do a little bit for the deck, but not much. But I might try it out, I'm not sure yet. Finally, we have Sky Strikers in Duel Links. Cue up the Joshua Schmidt Pasta, but this is the deck of choice for this box, right? And again, with the skill adding the cards to it, how good will it be? We've got to wait until we playtest it, right? You are able to play your Limit 3 IDP, and especially with Duel Links not having main phase 2, which really hurts you going into the green one and then going off into Kagari, and then Kagari bring back the card you sent to the graveyard. Like, it really does hurt what the deck can do. So It is going to be interesting to see what they do for Duel Links. I think they could have made a skill that kind of more forces the deck to work in the restrictions, but I think what we got is going to be fine for Electro Dolls, just seeing what happens, right? What happens when these cards are out of the game, and maybe Electro Dolls, we get more striker support via selection box, right? They give us Rose, could be a thing with Zeke, that could be what they do for the selection box eventually down the line at some point. We're getting Multi-Roll as well, getting the Shark Cannon, which the skill does enable for banishing cards in the graveyard or special summoning them. You've got your Afterburners, which is a front row pop and a back row pop, but it's not quick plays, so people do kind of forget that, given that most of the other spells are quick plays, this one's not. So on your turn, it's really good. Your opponent, not so much, but as a search in the end phase, it's not the worst thing in the world. We've got the field spell if you want to play Terraforming, or you want to go into your Roto instead, which I think would be the better choice for Limb 1. We've got the Eagle Booster again, that's already available in Duel Links, of course. There is the other one, right? The Jamming Waves, which we've already got. So it's kind of a backwards version of Afterburners in a way. Plenty more selection box worthy cards they can throw in. So we'll have to wait and see. But overall, again, it feels like a good content box, like for YouTubers and whatever. But in terms of meta impact, I'm not too sure. If I had to kind of pick 3 decks I was excited for right from this one, it's going to be Ogdoadic, because they seem funny, Firewall, and probably Sky Strikers, right? But also, I kind of want to make this work in DM. It probably won't do, but we'll see, right? We'll see. But it's kind of like having a Magician's Souls, if you think about it that way. So, sure. Those are my quick thoughts on the brand new box, of course, releasing on the 28th at 1 AM. Oh, not another early morning box. Like, we'll open this one in the day on Thursday, probably. I don't know. But let me know your thoughts down below on this one. Are you going to be going into it? Are you going to be waiting to see what happens, like metagame-wise? Because there is potential for this to be big, but I think this box is kind of hard to dictate from the offset. So, yeah, leave your thoughts down below. I'll see you on the next video. See you then.